Jorge Masvidal says he wants the next big fight. And when I say next big fight, I mean he's talking about the money fight. Looks like Johnny Manziel, baby. He's out there. He just wants that money. Let's get Jorge Masvidal the money. Because Ice Cube and Jorge Masvidal have something in common. Like the movie said, they're all about the Benjamins. Let's dig in. See what we think. Coming up, you know how we do. Let's go. Bah! The blueprint has been laid. We know how to get the big money fights. Chael Sonnen taught us that. Chael Sonnen talked about if you want the big fights, you gotta talk. You gotta bump your gums. You have to hype people up. We as fans love the drama. When we feel like it's something personal, we're more invested. I don't know why. But fans love it if we truly think you dislike that guy. Whether you do or you don't, we believe it. And if we believe it, we'll drop our money so Jorge Masvidal can get his money. And Dana White's over there like Scrooge McDuck. Okay? If Jorge Masvidal would come out and talk smack about Nick Diaz, how much more would this fight sell? Think about it. I'll tell you. If he came out and started making accusations about a drunk Nick Diaz and how he's a bum now and past his prime, old man, if he was saying these things to him, possible drug problem, head injuries, if he just started bumping his gums, whether he believed it or not, but he said it to sell the fight. Ooh! I'm telling you guys, it would be incredible if he came back talking about Nate, saying I smoked him the first 3 rounds. He was a bum. He couldn't hit hard. Why do I keep saying he's a bum? What am I, freaking Rocky's trainer? Am I Mickey? He's a bum, Rock. He's a bum. I don't know. I'm not sorry. But anyways, if he just came out and said, Nate can't fight, I took Nate down, I'm not scared of Nate on the ground, he's got nothing for me, sure, I don't mind using his head as a pin cushion again, I'm going to baptize that fool this time, I liked Nate in the first fight, I don't like Nate anymore, I want to hurt him this time. If he started talking mad mess like that, all you would see is people just literally digging in their pockets, being like, I can't get it to you fast enough. Please. The blueprint's laid. The blueprint has been laid. Follow it. You want the money, follow it. Talk crazy about Conor McGregor. I don't know. Talk about him punching old men. Talk about these charges that are pending against him. Talk about his ring rust. Talk about how he got beat by Khabib. Talk about how he got beat by Nate the first time. Talk about how he got beat by Floyd Mayweather. There's so many things you can pick on. Tell him his proper whiskey's nasty and to only drink Buffalo Trace. Sponsor me, Buffalo Trace. But, tell him that. I don't know. Sell the fight. Tell him he's a punk. Tell him you want to do it outside the streets, but you're going to do it inside to get the paper. Because that's what you chasing, buddy. You want that money. He wants that money. And so do you. And so does Dana. So does the UFC. And so does your opponent. But I'm telling you, if you will play the game that some people don't like because it takes the authenticity out of it. Look at Colby Covington. A guy who's like going to be cut from the UFC because he's so boring, throws a hat on adopts a gimmick, and now he's fighting for the title next against the scariest man in the UFC, in my opinion. Excuse me. That's just the way I do my show. I'm that disrespectful. I'll hiccup on you guys. I'll hiccup. That's what I'll do. I'm disrespectful, just like Chris D'Elia. So, man, you guys are going to think I've been drinking. I say some pasta. I had pasta for breakfast. Got a big day. I got some deadlifts later on. Jacked. Going to be deadlifting and doing all kinds of cool stuff like that. Try not to hurt my 35-year-old body. But I got this elbow pain. I can't heal. It's not, golfer's elbow's down here, I think. Mine's like here. See the knot at your elbow? And then you have that second knot? I got a lot of pain in that second knot and in between the two bones. If you know what to do, drop something down in the comments for me. God, it hurts. So what I think I did was, I either was curling too heavy and curling with different form, because, I don't know, I saw something on the internet and wanted to give it a shot, but I was curling, and when I do this and I pull to the top, God, it hurts right there, in between those two knuckles, than that. Oh, man, it's bad. And then I did some skull crushers, some old school skull crushers, and it hurts right there. And this is the outside of my elbow. It's right there. Anyways, if you got any advice for me, drop it in the comments. I've heard that it could be a shoulder impingement that I have, and that's why I'm getting elbow pain. But it hurts bad enough that sometimes it wakes me up in the middle of the night. Back to the money. Back to the fights. I'm not hiccuping because I've been drinking. I ate pasta today. So, Jorge Masvidal needs to take a page out of Colby Covington's book and talk the mess. Talk trash. Talk noise. It's going to make you more famous, and that's going to make you more money. It's going to bring more eyes. Like Tupac said, baby, all eyes on me. If that's what you want, you have to cater to the masses. I know that you're street Jesus, and I know that you're not going to play these games for us. I'm just telling you, you're leaving more money on the table. This is a short game. The NFL stands for not for long. The UFC should stand for you're freaking lucky. If you last at all, you're freaking lucky. I don't know, man. I would be taking these fights at a different approach than what Jorge's currently doing. I would have put polls on Twitter asking, who should I fight? Who should I fight? You tell us who you're fighting and why. And why we should care. Because you don't like them. Tell us that you would rather it be in a backyard in Miami. Tell us that. That's what sells your story, man. I just don't want to see anybody lose any money out on this. Look, I got to say this. Listen. Look at me. Look at me. Look. A prime Nick Diaz beats the best version of Jorge Masvidal you've ever seen. A prime Nick Diaz beats the best version of Jorge Masvidal you've ever seen. That being said, we don't have the prime Nick Diaz anymore. I think if Jorge fights Nate, it's exactly what we saw from the first one. Maybe even a little more dominant because he won't respect Nate quite as much. If he fights Nick Diaz. When Nick was on top of the world and he was in his prime, he was doing triathlons when he wasn't fighting. He was constantly working out. He was vegan. He was in shape, doing the right things. Today, he drinks a lot. He parties a lot. I haven't seen any activity of a triathlon in forever. So is his cardio going to be the same? Is he going to be the same? Father time comes for us all. And think about Nick. Nick is 36 years old. Where was Chuck Liddell by the time he was 36? How was Anderson Silva by the time he was 36? People who got out before then. I mean, where was Stephen Bonner and Forrest Griffin and Rashad Evans? Where were these guys by the time? Rich Franklin. Where were they by the time they were 36? Oh, Randy Couture came in at 40 and did it. He's the exception. I don't know. I just want to see what you guys think on that. I think he beats Nick Diaz. I think Nick is tough and gritty, and I think it's a closer contest. But I think Jorge gets it done today. Now, at least this version of him. Against Conor McGregor, I think it would be fun because Conor McGregor would make it the talking. He would talk. He would do the talking and get it into the 7 figures for Masvidal. That's what he would do. Masvidal knows better. Masvidal knows that his stock was never higher than when he hit that guy with 2 pieces and a biscuit. His stock was never higher. He knows that. He knows how to get it. Don't ask us polls on Twitter. Talk. That's what's going to get us hyped to throw our money at you. In my opinion, those are really the only 3 fights. He's got the winner of Usman and Covington. Later, make your money before you get another belt. You got the BMF belt. You got the dopest belt in history. Don't worry about that belt. Worry about collecting the paper. It's all about the Benjamins, remember? And it really should be. I want you paid. I want you paid. You're playing in the You're Freaking Lucky League. Don't stay in there forever. Don't get punched in the head forever. Make your paper and get out. I'll tell you where your big money fight is. Your big money fight is talking smack to Nick Diaz. You already know he's sensitive about his little brother. Talk mad crap about his baby brother and sell that fight. You'll make way more money than the Conor fight. Way more money than the Conor fight. Don't eat pasta before you film one of these. It was a quinoa brown rice pasta that I got at Trader Joe's. Hey guys, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like. Click the thumbs up button. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at MMA Docket. Follow me on Instagram, James_Tiger_Taylor. Until next time, guys, we out.